boarded Trinidad Cymru and in T3 Clifford Llandudno. I do not know what I was doing. They're speaking Welsh because I'm in Wales, but anyways, what's up everybody, Lucy here. And today we have come for some more train spotting in Wales today. And we have come up into North Wales and the North Wales coastline here at Llandudno Junction. The train that's just in front of me is 197027, which will form the 1021 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno Junction from Llandudno, which brought me in from the other Llandudno station, as I'm currently on my holidays, and well, holidays in Llandudno, and I thought that I do not want to disappoint you guys, and I'd do some train spotting at Llandudno Junction. And yes, that's all I'm saying. So then, today here at Llandudno Junction, you will be seeing services by Transport for Wales, Avanti West Coast, and hopefully freight, but I'm not too sure yet. But anyways, now departing is going to be the 1021 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Llandudno Junction. We're here now, Llandudno, which brought me in from Llandudno. 197027 is going to do the job. This is forming the 1021 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from the other Llandudno station, which will depart shortly, or now as it gets dispatched. But while that's getting ready, the reason why I picked this station is because it's more exciting and you get more trains, and you also get Avanti West Coast as well. So yes, that's all really for Llandudno Junction, or Clifford Llandudno if you want to say it in Welsh. And yes, I do like this station in my opinion. It's a nice station. This station is a really nice station indeed. It really is a nice one. Got 3 platforms, well actually 4, because the terminus platforms over there. And this Transport for Wales 197 is now ready to depart. So now departing is going to be the 1021 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Llandudno. Oh, shut up, announcer. And he's off now. 197027 with the 1021 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Llandudno. And this is ready to go down a scenic line, and a line I've never been down before. And then also now arriving in onto platform 3 is going to be another Transport for Wales 197, which will form the 1027 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International from Holyhead, which is pulling in and onto platform 3 now. This 197 that's going to go to Llandudno is forming the 1021 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno, which is going to go down a scenic route now, which will head to its next stop of not Colwyn Bay. Is it Glen Conway? Or Conway, I think it's that, I'm not too sure. Not familiar with these stations, but anyways, as that other 197 boards and as that 197 goes, I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Llandudno Junction. Now departing is going to be 197111, which will form the 1027 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International from Holyhead. And I did not know how to say Birmingham for a moment. Anyways, 197111 is on this 197. 197 forms the 1027 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International via Chester, Wrexham General and Birmingham New Street. This is forming the 1027 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International with a class 197 111, and as that heads to its next stop of Colwyn Bay. I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Llandudno Junction, everybody. Now arriving in is going to be the 1052 Transport for Wales service to Manchester Airport from Llandudno with a class 197. This is formerly 1052 Transport for Wales service to Manchester Airport from Llandudno with the Class 197, which is pulling in into Llandudno Junction right now. So then what do we have here? 197109 is on this. now arrives in with the 1052 Transport for Wales service to Manchester Airport from Llandudno. And as this now arrives in, I shall see is all what happens next. Now arriving in is going to be the 1054 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Manchester Airport with the Class 197. Again. 197 is on this one with the 1054 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Manchester Airport. And tread smoothly into platform 3. And as this now arrives in, I shall see is all when the now departing is 197109 with the 1052 Transport for Wales service to Manchester Airport from Llandudno, which is just off now. This is formerly 1052 service, and I did mess up my words as I was going to catch this, but this was off now, and as that heads off, I see all when the next train comes, everybody. Now departing is going to be the 1054 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Manchester Airport with 197107. This 197 is formerly 1054 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Manchester Airport. Now to enter its next stop of the Ganwy. Oh my days, it is very windy in Wales today. And as that heads off, I shall see you all when the next train comes. Now arriving in, it's going to be the delayed 1100 Avanti West Coast service to Holyhead from Llandudno Junction with the Class 805. This is formerly delayed 1100 Avanti West Coast service to Holyhead from Llandudno Junction with a Class 805 heading on to platform 4 now. So then 805006 is on this. Forms the delayed 1100 Avanti West Coast service to Holyhead from Llandudno Junction, and as this now arrives in onto platform 4, I shall see all when this departs. Now departing is going to be the delayed 1100 Avanti West Coast service to Holyhead with 805006. This is with the delayed 1100 Avanti West Coast service to Holyhead from Llandudno Junction with 805006, which does head to its next stop of Bangor. And as this heads off into the western part of the North Wales coastline, I see you all when the next train comes. Now arriving in is going to be the delayed 1118 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead from Cardiff Central with another Class 197. This is formerly delayed 1118 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead from Cardiff Central with 197104. And as this 197 pulls in now, I shall see us all what happens next basically. Now departing is going to be the delayed 11:18 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead from Cardiff Central. 197-104. And also now arriving in is going to be another Transport for Wales Class 197, which is doubled up. This is forming the 11:21 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central from Holyhead. 197042 is at the front. And 197105 is at the rear. With the 11:21 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central from Holyhead. And as those two trains do the business, as I see is all when the Cardiff train departs. Now departing is going to be the 11:21 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central from Holyhead with a double class 197. 197042 is at the front. This is forming the 11:21 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central from Holyhead. Which is just getting ready to go now. (197042) forms the 11:21 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central from Holyhead. I lost me words there for a minute. This is doubled up, and the train is just getting dispatched now as it gets ready to go. This will go via Chester, Wrexham General and Hereford. And he's off now. (197042) is at the front. And 197105 at the rear. This heads off with the 11:21 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central, and as that heads off now to its next stop of Cowan Bay, as you see so when the next train comes here at Llandudno Junction, everybody. Now arriving in is going to be our final train of today, which will be a Transport for Wales Class 197. This is going to be doubled up. This is forming the 11:43 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead from Manchester Airport with the double class 197. So then at the front is 197045. And at the rear is 197013. And as this double 197 now arrives in, as you see so when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 11:43 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead from Manchester Airport with a double class 197. 197045 is at the front. And 197013 is at the rear. This is forming the 11:43 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead from Manchester Airport, which is just heading up west of the North Wales coastline now. And as that heads off to his next stop at Bangor, we shall conclude today's video here at Llandudno Junction. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, as it would mean a lot to me and the channel. And yes, this station, it's alright. It's probably a station I wouldn't film at again. Well, I would film at again, but not for a while or so, because you don't really get much action. You get like a 10-minute wait, really. But yes, we did get to see an Avanti West Coast Class 805 as well in this video, which is quite nice, as it was mostly CFW, but we did get an Avanti as well, going Holyhead. But yes, I will enjoy the rest of my holiday if you did ask. But anyways, as for me here at Llandudno Junction, I shall see us all in the next video. But goodbye. Peace out.